First of all, I offer my most humble Dandavat Pranam unto the lotus feet of my Paramaradhitama Gurudeva, Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya, Ashtotra Shatash Vishman, Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and beg for his causeless mercy, his heartly blessings. Thereafter, unto his dear Abhinna Swarup, his dear god brother, Tirobhava Vishnu Pada Ashtotra Shatash Vishman, Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, whose appearance festival, Vyasa Puja, we're celebrating today. Thereafter, unto the entire Rupanuga, Gaudiya Guru Varga, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, Dandavat Pranam. So today we are celebrating. Do you guys feel celebratory? Today we're celebrating the disappearance of Srila Gurudeva, which seems a contradiction in itself. When ordinary people leave this world, we mourn, we dress in dark clothes, and we make sure we're really sad. We don't smile at anyone, and we make a very big endeavor to make sure that we feel sad. And it's not that difficult if a dear one actually leaves. But with Viraha, when it comes in relation to the transcendental personality, whom we know is not limited to time, place, circumstances, and physicalities. There's a whole new dimension which allows us to feel a certain form of joy. At least we try to. And if we can't, then there is some homework for us to do to figure out, why am I not feeling joy at this festival? Maybe because I'm hungry. Maybe because I live in London. There's many different reasons to be sad. When I lived in London, I thought it was great. But when I moved out and I came back here, it's like, oh, you guys don't have any oxygen in here. That's why you're all dying. That makes more sense. But so there's many different reasons to be sad, especially if you live in London. But also you have the oxygen of devotional association. So, you know, which one do you want to have? So today, we're celebrating the disappearance of our Srila Gurudeva. This disappearance and appearance this tattva is quite intertwined, because you have Sambhog, which is uniting, meaning, and then there's Vipralambha, which is separation. Now, Sambhog, or meeting, when you're together with the Vaishnavas or your worshipable object, what you are doing in that time when you are together, when you are physically together, all your endeavors are being made to make that personality enter into your heart and take a seat internally. The purpose of external association is to internalize, to make that person appear in one's heart. And this is what we're doing here. We're coming together, we have some hope, we're meeting all together with the prayer that in our heart there's an appearance. So this is Sambhog. Vipralambha, when you are in separation, feeling deep pangs of separation, what you end up doing is that worshipful deity that is sitting inside your heart, on the throne of your heart, you want him to manifest externally. You see how these two are intertwined so closely together. In Sambhog, we're trying to deepen what is in our heart. And in Vipralambha, separation, which is today's festival, we want that personality to manifest externally in front of us. And how do we do that? How do we make Sri Guru manifest in front of our eyes? Because that's what this separation festival is all about. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is mention of many wars, but there is a war between Lord Indra and Vritasur. I won't go into the details, but Vritasur is a demon. Or at least he assumed the form of a demon. And Lord Indra, a demigod. And they were fighting this battle. And Vritasur was about to be defeated. And when he was about to defeat it, he asked for a timeout. He said, Indra, hold on, take a break. Before you kill me, I am going to call... No, first I want to explain to you that there are two types of mercy that we can achieve. One is kripa, one is karuna. Kripa, if you break it down, kri is to do kriya, and pa is to get. If you do something, you will get something. This is kripa. And karunamai, is something that you will be given without your having any qualification, without you having done anything. So there's a difference between kripa and karuna. And Vritasur told Lord Indra that you will not be receiving karuna. And Lord Indra was a bit like, yeah, okay, what's your point? He's a bit confused, like, why did we stop this battle? I tried to kill you. This demon who wants to take over the heavenly planets, wants to take over everything, is now lecturing you on Kripa and Karuna. What's going on? Vritasur said, okay, hold on. Vritasur recites a prayer which makes Lord Krishna appear right there and then on the battlefield. Wow, I forgot what my point was with the story, but I might as well finish it now. So,
how do you make Sri Guru manifest?
thank you.
You got a minute left. No, we've done.
Following 30 seconds.
So,
I did shorter, so you can do long.
No, you did 10 minutes.
oh, is my time up?
You did 5
About
minutes.
to.
Brown one.
No, but according to Bhakti Zoom, that doesn't count.
This is
No,
stopping.
it's not like this.
Mine is going to be very short, so you can take some of my time.
No, I don't want to take any time.
No,
Take
you
some time.
Okay, so Vritasura, he calls Krishna and he immediately appears because he knows I didn't have much time. He appears there on the battlefield, right there and then, and asks Vritasura, ask for any benediction, whatever it is that you want. And Brahma, Indra, all the demigods, imagine, they're like, oh my God, literally, God appeared, and he's asking him for a benediction. We were just fighting. I was about to win. I was going to kill him. Jai Braj Mohan Prabhu Ki Jai. I was about to kill him, and then Lord Krishna, Braj Mohan himself, appeared in the middle of the battlefield. What is going to happen if Vritasur asks Braj Mohan for Brahmalok or Indralok, and then everything is lost? So all the demigods got really concerned and worried. What is he going to ask? And then the famous words that Gurudeva recites all the time, and I can't finish the verse, Nanako Prishtam Nachaparamishtam. I do not wish to be Sarvabhauma. I do not wish to be the Lord of this world, the heavenly planets, Brahmalok. I don't want anything. I just want to be your servant. I fully surrender unto you. This is the qualification for your worshipful Lord to appear. If we are celebrating the Viraha Mahotsav of Sri Guru, and like I said, Viraha means you want the Lord of your heart to manifest externally. The only way for that to be possible is like Vritasur, to be fully surrendered. If there's no full, complete surrender, the worshipful Lord of your heart will not manifest. So this is how Braja Mohan entered into the battlefield and delivered this message. And so that was related to the point. And so that is that. Okay. Now, so we come here together to worship Sri Guru, and we wish for him to manifest in front of our eyes. And the answer to this is full surrender. Now, how do we do this? Where does this full surrender come from? They also take care of that. Sri Guru speaks sweet and wonderful Harikatha. When they appear into this world, they create a storm. The whole planet becomes infatuated with Sri Guru. In fact, when our Srila Gurudeva, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, came for the first time to the West on the 5th of May 1996, prior to this, Srila Gaur Govinda Goswami Maharaj left this world in February, and soon before that he announced that in 1996 the Prema Yuga will start and that the Acharya will be manifested. And many devotees thought he would be doing that, but then Gurudeva came. 1 + 1 is 2. You can figure out who that would be then. And in 1995, Kartik, what happened? If you all remember, for those who were alive in 1995, Ganesh was drinking milk. Lord Shiva was drinking milk. All over the world, deities, Gopal deities, they were all, you take a spoon of milk, you put it in front of a deity in any temple, all over the world, they were drinking milk. This happened right before Gurudeva came. What else happened? Mother Mary, all over the world, she was crying blood. Right before Gurudeva came. Happened in 1995.
Wow.
All of these things, the planet was basically with hair standing erect in ecstasy for Srila Gurudeva finally coming to the West. Now, when we look back 15 years ago, the further we step away or are pushed away from that time period that he was with us, 1996 in the West till 2010, the further we step away from it, the more magnanimous and amazing that time period looks, and the more like a dream. Like, what on earth happened? How were we ever part of something like that? And, well, for some years we were trying to recreate it and see if it could happen, but by now most of us have given up and just, live our lives. But it was such an amazing time period. And of course, sure, it can come back. I mean, Victor Sura did it, so we can make it happen. Sorry for downing that a little bit. But, so in 2010, go Premanand.
Please go.
So, like I said, in 96, the whole planet stood in erect. On 29th of December, yes, the morning that Srila Gurudeva left, do you all know what happened all over the planet? On that very same day, I had to look it up on Google to confirm it, but I remembered it, there was a dust storm on that very same day from Morocco, going all the way up into Europe. Big sandstorm, remember that? And there was sand and darkness everywhere. Which day was that? The exact same day that Gurudeva left, there was a sandstorm that put us all into darkness. And America had a storm, but that's quite normal. But there's a big storm, Benjamin, he was called. And big American storm, but Americans always have storms. But yeah, that happened too. And Guatemala and Papua New Guinea, they had, did I say it right in English? Papua New Guinea? They had completely, as they thought, dead volcanoes back to life, and volcanoes started erupting also on the 29th of December onwards. So we see when Srila Gurudeva came, the world was in ecstasy, and when Gurudeva left, we had darkness, volcanoes erupting, and storms, and all kinds of things. And this is just the planet, and Yash is ready with the karta. But I remember myself, 2010, I had just moved to London and lived not too far from the Ganga Matas in Glasgow. And I was 28th of December, the night before, fighting on Facebook with a bunch of Brazilians because of the way they were treating the Ganga Matas about some dainty stuff. Anyway, we're fighting on Facebook, as you do on Facebook. And suddenly, these notifications started coming in where people started saying things about Gurudeva, unthinkable things. It's like, what? No, it's a joke. No, it's a mistake. Or, maybe he closed his eyes and he'll open them again. So I sent an email to Brajanath Prabhu. And all I said is it true? Sent. That's all. And he responded back saying, yes, it is true. And that was it. My world collapsed that very day. You can maybe relate to it where a lot of people have lives pre-COVID and post-COVID. But as Gurudeva disciples, we all have life pre-29 December 2010 and post-29 December 2010. That is when our lives completely changed. COVID was a joke compared to this. This was the game changer, not game changer, life changer. And we're all still recovering. We're all still dealing with it. If you go to therapy, that's the only thing that will probably come up, or the main thing. This is, sorry. Yeah, maybe I'll stop there.
Only because I saw it.